we thoroughly support this. I just came from Warwick. I drove 100 miles an hour to make sure I was here. But there were things made up. Mrs. Gresham, her and I had an email discussion that I was brought into. She wanted me to recuse myself. Just so you know, we have a small family-owned oil company. Have nothing to do with giant. Like I told Mrs. Gresham, it would be 75,000 loads of oil from Providence and $3.5 million to fill up a tank. It's totally, we have nothing to do with it. They call, I mean, it's totally out of the realm of possibilities, and we have nothing to do with it. So, you know, we totally support and don't want that there, don't want it as neighbors, and don't want any problems. And Mr. Steer.
So, in reference to that, while all this is going on, I've been approached by a few people, and I want this as public record. I've been accused of having some kind of a backroom deal with, I don't know who, the town of Burrillville, Pascoag Utility District, the power plant, or whatever, to supply water to them. So the fact is that people in this audience know about, because I told them 6 or 8 months ago, but apparently they haven't squashed the rumors. Jeremy. Thank you. You're welcome. But I'll squash them tonight. In the year 2011, I was approached by Pascoag Utility District. They were looking for a source of drinking water to replace the water that the polluted well that they lost when that well got polluted. So I allowed them at that time to send a company from New Hampshire on my property to do geological studies, do mapping, whatnot. It was a verbal agreement. 2011 it started, long before the power plant came into play. Since then, it's been an ongoing process. They have a couple of test wells there. They pumped them, tested them for flow. They now have a written easement, which runs out in November. And that water, it was asked of me to look for water for a drinking water supply. And I can assure everybody here, it was long before there was any idea of a power plant coming in that needed water to cool it. And I can also assure everybody in this room, for the record, that it would never be 1 gallon of water off of my property that would go to cool or supply a power plant. I'm just setting the record straight for all of the rumors that are out there, and some of you people here are probably the source or the continuing source of them, so I'm setting the record straight publicly for the record. And my heartfelt wish was, if this ever happened, was for the water to come up Douglas Hook Road and serve Main Street in Gloucester.
Yes.
On the way to Pascoag. And that was really, not to have anything against the town of Burrillville or the people, though I have many friends in Burrillville. But my real wish was to supply water while it was on the way to Burrillville, to Main Street, Patcha, where we desperately need some clean drinking water. So, for the record, it happened in 2011, it started, it's ongoing, has nothing to do with the power plant, there's no backroom deals, that's all I'm going to say, period. Done.
That's 2 records. You got mine first.
Very well said.